What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a pretty short but pretty satisfying duel for you guys to check out. Another one of millions of examples of why you should definitely read Yu-Gi-Oh cards, especially if those are big behemoth monsters on the field. We got Cyber Angels down at the bottom. Cyber Angels is a very offensively potent deck. I think that it's kind of like the ritual version of a deck like my Luna Lights. It can definitely one-shot you with one of the best monsters in the archetype. And then we got Mech Knight Invoked, and this is definitely a version that is it's more focused on the Mech Knight side of the deck. You can see he's running World Legacy's Memory. It's a really good card, and Mech Knights, you get to summon the purple disc straight from your deck, and it's just a good card overall. The monster is summoned in defense mode, but this is basically e-teleport for the Mech Knight archetype. And you know, Mech Knights just got themselves another Link monster. Now they have two. It's a little easier to make, but let's go ahead and roll this and see what's going to happen. So Reasoning is activated first. If you were playing against Cyber Angels, you definitely call it 2 in my opinion, but he just activated Reasoning and nothing else, so his opponent has no idea what he's playing. And it's cool because he gets Cyber Petite Angel here, and this can be activated off of any type of summoning, whether it's flip summoned or normal summoned or special summoned. So he's going to get himself a nice little search, activates 1 day apiece, which did give his opponent evenly matched. So he has to be careful, can't put too many monsters on the board. And the good thing about Cyber Angels is you can use 1 ritual monster to summon another ritual monster, which is cool. He activates pre-prep, and then he goes ahead and he summons a copy of Dakini. Now, during the end phase, Dakini is going to net him a resource, and you can see he is going to counterattack here. I think he is going to go for that Link monster, the Morning Star, so that's pretty cool. Now, he is going to activate World Legacy Succession, and he's going to go for Nightmare Unicorn. Now, I don't know if he realizes that he can't do battle damage, because he definitely attacked with the copy of, Purple Nightfall. I think I call it Purple Disc, whatever. He attacked with Purple Nightfall, but yeah, I think that he just didn't realize he couldn't do battle damage because of the 1 day apiece. But this is where I'm talking about where Cyber Angels are a deck that can just explode, and he does go ahead and shotgun his copy of World Legacy's Memory. I feel like that was definitely a mistake. He should have waited on that. If you have an e-teleport that can not only get you a monster that can search another monster, but if you have an e-tele that can like block an attack, especially against Cyber Angels, save that damn monster. So he's going to go for Edatin, and I think what he's trying to do is he's just trying to summon Vrash, which he's going to search right here. Vrash is like the really big monster. When she is summoned, she can destroy all monsters on the field, or all monsters your opponent controls that were special summoned from the extra deck, and she gets double attack. And also because he did send a copy of Edatin to the graveyard, she gains 1,000 attack. She's very similar to something like Leo Dancer, and this is where the misplay of the century happens. Bro, you're already at 7,000 life points. This card is 4,000. I'm not even sure that I want to take 4,000 to the face, but he's actually going to banish his Lavender Disc or his Purple Nightfall, and that means that he's wide open, and stupidly, that is the fatal mistake that he makes, because she can attack twice. As I said before, she's basically Leo Dancer, but in ritual form. Another cool thing about Vrash is while she doesn't have Leo Dancer's protection from destruction and targeting, she does have a little bit of destruction protection, and it's not just for her, it can actually be for other cards as well. What happens is if your opponent tries to activate something that would destroy a card on the field, you can actually shuffle back one of your ritual monsters into your deck, and then you actually get to protect that monster. So overall, she's a pretty powerful card, and this is a card that if your opponent drops on the field, which a lot of times she'll end up hitting the field with 4,000 attack, not her original 3,000, always consider that your opponent is probably trying to go for game at that point, because she has the ability right here to attack for a base 8,000 damage, which is an OTK. Even if she didn't have the 1,000 attack from Edatin, she would be able to attack for 6,000. So you always just have to assume that this card can close the game out. And again, she does. Not only does she get rid of special summon monsters from the extra deck your opponent has, but she actually burns your opponent for 1,000 damage each. So she can actually end the game by herself if your opponent has a couple of extra deck monsters that got sent to the graveyard. But just a nice little short duel. Shows you why you definitely need to read cards, especially if they're the boss monsters of archetypes. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this short duel. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.